water. These suckers here, these are quite, I think these are probably a couple of years old. They don't look like this year's leaf, these don't. Oh, it's raining. Oh, didn't see it there. Thomas said that's me, that is. And Grange-Over-Sands has a bit of a problem today, but the park is very, very much flooded. It normally does this when we have a lot of rain, but I haven't seen it for quite a long time, probably over a couple of years or so. But it wasn't like this last winter. But it's all gushing out there. I've just done a bit of footage, what you'll see. It's gushing out. There's a little like culvert that comes underneath, and it's all coming out. And what it is, on Windermere Road, it's all flooded again. I thought they sorted that problem out, but it hasn't. It's come back again. And what it is there's a little drainage like river thing on the back of the old Toyota garage, and it looks like it's all blocked up, and that little culvert there I think comes from it, and I think they're trying to divert it to get it away, but I think it's just come down here naturally and it's flooded up. But as you can see, it is raining again, so they're losing a fighting battle. I think, you know, it's no good. It's no good indeed. And now we're stuck now in the middle of a rainstorm, and we'll have to try and get back to the car that's over there. But I thought I'd do a quick update with TE in Grange-Over-Sands looking at the floodwater, because it doesn't happen every day, you know. It's pro stuff. Well, I've come down the other side. I've just had to, the main cameraman had to run through the rain from that side to this side, and then it's gone off again and the sun's come out. We've been getting a lot of sun, a lot of rain, and a lot of rainbows recently. It's a funny weather. It's almost like summer rain, even though we're in autumn. It's quite a funny time at the moment, weather-wise. And you can see it's come quite a far way up. Be deep in that. These are these bar-headed geese, these are. They're quite unique to Grange-Over-Sands, the duck pond at Grange-Over-Sands, and they're all having fun there with all that water rushing out. But you can see right over there, past the water fountain, the seat's right over there, near Picklefoot Springs over there, and all the chairs are underwater. I haven't been in town for a couple of days, so it could have been like this a couple of days, but I think this is only happened in the last 24 hours. Because we haven't had some rain. They're funny looking creatures, aren't they, bar-headed geese? They're very pretty. And they're very, very unique as well. I like unique stuff. And these are very unique. They make great noises. I like how they squawk. But here, I would have thought here, where we stood, with the Ranmal statue here, I would have thought this was an island last night, because just behind camera it looks like water's been over the path there as well. So this could have been its own little island last night, or even this morning actually. So it's almost like the Grange-Over-Sands is on down here, and up here it's probably been right up it to here. It's all wet. So yeah, it could have been right up to this seat here last night or this morning. It's pretty mad that. I need some wellies so I can walk through it instead of going around the long way. I was just saying to the cameraman, wouldn't it be really good if we had a more controlled boat now with a little GoPro on, so we could get it on pond or on flooded roads and give you a different perspective of the floods in Grange-Over-Sands. That'd be pretty good, that would. I'd have to get, I remember seeing in a model shop in Lancashire, a big fishing boat that had a 2-mile range on it. It's pretty exciting stuff. So when I started this video and we were hugging under the tree because it was raining, it was actually that tree there. So that's where I've come from, and I've had to go up on the road all the way up there to the station and back down to get on this side. This path only looks like a foot deep. Maybe it's a bit over a foot, but in there it's probably about 4 foot deep in there. A lot deeper, even more in the middle. That's rushing out, that's coming out that little culvert. That little culvert, you normally look in there on a summer's day when it's really low, and it's just trickling out. And over there, that tree over there, that's a monkey puzzle tree over there, if you can see it. There's that little tree, there's a monkey puzzle tree. Protected trees there. There's a white tree in Derbyshire, has a big one of them. There you go, I've just stepped back and felt all the ground move. All the water's underneath the tarmac. Look at that. I'm not going to push on it too much because I don't want it to go. Look at that. It's like sinking sand. We're on the Morecambe Bay with sinking sand, but there's sinking tarmac in the park. That's how waterlogged this park is. All the water's coming up underneath of it. Even I think that cameraman stood in here. Look, there's a little hallway of water coming out. That's underneath the tarmac, that. So it just shows how much water we've had in the last 24 hours, 48 hours. Actually, it's been over a week. We've had over a week's worth of rain at the moment, so it's quite a lot. So it's pretty scary, that. Big sinkhole underneath there of water. Oh dear, I won't touch that too much. Well, we've teleported to Kent's Bank Station. I'm actually on the other side, on the Morecambe Bay side. Just come over at crossing, and over there, and just looking over there, is Ingleby over there in the clouds that you probably might not be able to see on camera. You might be, but I don't think it's a bit far away. But it's just in clouds over there. It's a big rain cloud over there. It's going to get more rain again. But I've come up here to sort of finish my new series. I think it's going to be called The Flood Alert with TE, or I don't know, something along those lines. I haven't really worked it out yet, but I've come here because it's a nice ending, but also it explains something, what those floods were in the park and Windermere Road today. Now, when Windermere Road normally floods, it's normally because the tide's high tide and it pushes all the water, it backs all the water up underneath Grange, and then it starts bubbling out all the grids and stuff and little culverts. But obviously you can see it's not been in. It probably has been in, but I don't think it's been that high. And ever since waking up this morning it hasn't been in. So a lot of that is actually the rain in the last 24 hour, 48 hour time span. And there was just someone talking on the phone before saying, did you hear the rain this morning? So yeah, I think it's last 24 hours it really filled up and got worse. Now also the biggest factor I reckon that's flooded up today is that we're in autumn now, and the leaves are falling off the trees. It's very green still around there, but I can still see a few brown leaves, and leaves are the biggest culprit for anything like floods, because they get down drains, and then when they're all wet and slushy and stuff, you can't get rid of them. You know, they block anything up. There is a man on YouTube, I think he's called Post 10 or whatever he's called, and he goes around unblocking drains in America. So I think that's the big culprit today's flooding on that road, on Windermere Road, is the leaves are in the drains. These suckers here, I think these are probably a couple of years old. They don't look like this year's leaf, these don't. They're quite black. These are probably from 2020, I would have thought. But these, get those wet ones of these, and once they land on the floor and they get washed into the drains and all the rivers and streams and everything else, these can block up anything. There's roads all over England what just are leaf problem in the drainage system. So I think Windermere Road's a big culprit with these, I think. And there was 2 guys around the back of the old Bateman's Toyota garage with big poles, and I think they were just keeping up debris out just to see if it would just go down a bit, just to keep it going down. So yeah, I think that's the problem today. So this is the probably a midday update flood alert with Thomas Edward in Grange-Over-Sands, and now I'm at Kent's Bank looking across Morecambe Bay. Morecambe's over there, you can see Heysham power plants right on the edge of that coastline up there, and there's a couple of windmills up there. And then round there, round the back of that hill, that's sort of Carforth, S-Banks there. And you can probably up on the sort of the hills at the back of Lancaster, you can actually see, I can see it, but camera won't be able to see it, it's Williamson Park, you can see the big dome. And then up behind it will be Jubilee Tower somewhere on those hills, will be Jubilee Tower. And then that's looking over in those hills is into Trafford of Bowland, that's it. Bowland Forest is over there. So it's a good panorama view at Kent's Bank, you can see everything, and then down there you actually can't see it, but round the back of that big hill down there is Humphrey Head is behind there, just behind this hill here. And Humphrey Head, what I've just mentioned, TE's mind has sparked. It's where the last wolf in England was. And actually, that's actually quite a good Thomas Edward video, I might say. That's this winter's idea, that is. We'll go and see the last wolf of England and see if we can find any hidden remains and look at the look of the mystery. It's quite a good mystery, that, isn't it? And actually, in the middle of the sea, I can actually see a boat. There's something in the middle of the sea. It looks like a big boat, probably going into Heysham docks. You can just see there on camera Heysham power station, just like right on edge at marsh. You can't even see the bay. It's just like green, and then Heysham power plant's there. But believe me, between the end of this marsh and that power plant, there's loads of sand, loads of water, and a dock, and then there's a shipwreck at Heysham as well. So yeah, I think I'll finish this video, so it'll be like a 12 or 14 minute video, a nice little teaser video, you know, of the floods around Grange-Over-Sands with yours truly, Thomas Edward. And if you've enjoyed today's video, I think firstly there's a link, I've got 2 links to tell you about. One, I'm on TikTok now with a TE staff, I'm not doing it, as a TE staff member somewhere who are doing a TE Thomas Edward TikToks with lots of little videos like, oh, I didn't see you there, click that big bell, and all kinds of mad stuff. And then I've got a Patreon link where I've been doing special videos for my Patreon supporters of lots of stuff, what they only get to see and YouTube doesn't get to see. So there's a link below for that. And there's always information underneath about each video, so always look in the description below Thomas Edward's videos, because you will learn lots of stuff. And remember to give me a like and a comment below, get your comments, I like talking to you. And give me a subscribe, and remember to click that big bell. Ding!